AsalaamuAlykum. I'm your sister Naomi Saif, and today I wanted to do the I hearts or I love Ramadan tag. So I'm just gonna get right into the questions. Number one, when do you start getting excited about Ramadan? I start getting excited for Ramadan perhaps three months prior. 3 months before Ramadan, I start to get excited. The thing about it is right after Ramadan, it doesn't wear off easily on me. I think because I came into Islam and Ramadan is so much a part of the deen to me, because I started to look into Islam, I started to practice it during that time, that it's it's kind of always in the back of my mind about Ramadan. It's either on its way or it just left, or it's just always in the back of my mind. What is your favorite Ramadan memory? I have many, but my first Ramadan was special. I had my sister-in-law there. We had the kids together, her kids and my kids. So I like the aspect of having family, Muslims, and the kids being around their cousins, practicing together. I love that. And let me see. Number 3, does your family have any Ramadan traditions? So far, the biggest tradition is the first day of Ramadan, we decorate and we play a bunch of Zaki nasheeds, a bunch of Zayn and Dawood, a bunch of children nasheeds singing about Ramadan, and that's a big thing. And then suhoor and making our salats together, inshallah. Number 4, what is your favorite Ramadan food? I don't have a favorite Ramadan food per se. I love all the food. So when you're fasting in the day, do you think about food? Not really. The thing that alhamdulillah, this year so far, alhamdulillah, I have not missed suhoor. Now, if you miss suhoor, that's almost like a nightmare. That's almost cruel. That's so cruel. So for me, think the previous years I have missed suhoor, woke up right before it's time to pray and had no time, or and it took such a toll on me that it traumatized me to the point that I just cannot miss suhoor. I try my best. I make dua. I just don't try my best to not do it. So the thing about it is that you feel hunger, but it's more thirst, especially when you're busy. When you're kept busy, time goes by fast, but I think you experience thirst. I experience thirst more than food. Now we're number 6. Besides water and dates, what do you break your fast with? Watermelon. That's one of the most common, watermelon and grapes. Number 7. What do you eat for suhoor? For suhoor, I eat anything. I'll have leftover rice and lamb and chicken from the iftar before. I will have what I always have to have is my tea, my morning glory with the chai and the black seed and flax seed, and I have that every morning. My husband makes that, alhamdulillah. And I guess oatmeal when I'm really feeling I'm not that hungry, but I know I have to get something in my system. Have oatmeal, or I have farina, which is cream of wheat, I believe, and or if I'm really in a hurry, or 2 boiled eggs and some toast with coconut oil. So I guess I say there's not one common thing. I'll have some cereal too when if I'm really low on time. And let's see. Number 8, what is your least favorite thing about Ramadan? I don't have a least favorite thing. I mean, it gets crowded, it can get overwhelming. Sometimes your kids can get off the hook, sometimes other kids can get off the hook. Sometimes you can see the differences in etiquette in our cultures. Some cultures are very stern, and especially they don't speak English, so it can come across as they're being mean. Some people are being mean, so it's just your common issues that you have when you put too many people together. But alhamdulillah, hasn't been that bad this year, alhamdulillah. One thing that makes you happiest at Ramadan is seeing my children enjoy being around the mosque. yeah, that's one of the things that makes me happiest is when they enjoy going. Not all the time, it's not all the time, but you know, the very first years we moved here, there was this one particular mosque that we would go to for iftar, and the kids like they acted like they hated it, you know, but they met a lot of kids. They met a lot of kids, and then like I guess maybe like the first 2 years we were going there, and then we started going to another mosque. They were like, "Oh, we want to go to that mosque. Oh, we want to go." So now we kind of like try to go to both. So I'm like happy to know that they have some roots, they have some friendships, they have some ties with other Muslim children, and then I pray inshallah that they grow up together, and you know, so that's one thing that makes me happiest is, and then when they you know they starting to understand a little bit, you know, like they recognize the surahs that are being recited during Tarawih, especially during the last days, you know, getting closer to the last chapters, which are the most popular juices of the Quran. And then the last one is number 10. One tip that you can give to people that are fasting. One tip is like, I know it's easier said than done, right? But just don't think about it. Just like go. One thing about fasting is that, yeah, you're probably like, I'm hungry, I'm this, I'm that, I have no energy, you know. So it's like, take it slow, but realize that this is one of the tests that fasting is pushing you through, saying that you're not a slave to your desires. You're going to eat, inshallah. As soon as you're going to eventually eat, you know, but don't like whine about it. This is what I tell myself. Like, don't whine about it. It's not going to change anything. You're not going to make the clock go faster. The more you think about it, the slower you're going to make things, the worse you're going to make it upon yourself. And think about the purpose of why you're doing this, you know. Think about the purpose of why you're doing this. When people are trying to train for the Olympics or the NBA or things of that nature, they go through a lot of inconvenience, that they are super uncomfortable, but they think to themselves the end goal. You know, they have lack of sleep. Their muscles are sore. Some of them get injured, you know, but they think to themselves, I want to go to the Olympics. I want to go to the NBA. I want to get this trophy. Even if you're a student, you know, I want to get this degree. I want to build this business. So the same thing with fasting. It's like, yeah, you're going through these trials, but push through them and think about the end result. You know, think about the end result, which is inshallah a Ramadan that is accepted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So inshallah, these last few days are going well for you guys. It's literally the last few days, 3 days, 4 days. I have to look. But subhanallah, I already miss Ramadan. Please put in the comment section, what are you going to miss about Ramadan and what are your favorite things? And, you know, answer some of the questions. I'll post them in the description box below, and let's just share, you know, our experiences and why do you love Ramadan. Assalamualaikum.